Let her rip, Tater Chip. We're back.
It's about damn time. And now I'm
In a
hungry.
minute. I'm gonna need a minute.
Yeah, we're back. We're better than ever. We're getting in the holiday spirit. And gentlemen, were we thankful at all recently?
The only thing I was not thankful for was this podcast.
Oh, join the club. We've been miserable since the second
Since
episode of
day
this
one. Yeah.
This
podcast.
place
Yeah, the
sucks,
first
guys.
episode, honeymoon phase, died after the first episode.
This is probably the most hostile Zoom call you've ever been in.
I feel like it would be fun to look back at the first episode we recorded and see just how scared we were to say a bad word.
Yeah,
Yeah, not a bad idea.
not a bad idea.
You know,
Yes, I was very thankful. I was thankful for beer and
Same.
thankful for alcohol and thankful for wine and
You hit the vino.
thankful for liquor and thankful for family and friends.
oh, that's nice. And it was in that exact order
That
too, I think,
exact
Yeah.
order, that
that it
exact
ranks.
order.
So,
Yeah.
oh, that's nice. And in this time of reflection, I think it's important that we say we're thankful for our fans, the millions out there who
Yeah, we
tune
wouldn't
in every week because we never miss any weeks,
right.
and
If you
We
can't
would
find the episode, it's on our paid for page. Venmo me $500.
and
And
we'll
you've got lifetime
special
access to
edition
it.
episodes.
Yeah.
What's
oh
crazy
man.
is if you're gonna get one Venmo and we're gonna be like, what the fuck just happened? And it's gonna be, you know who it's gonna be from? Do we want to guess?
Uh
There's one man that would pay for this podcast.
Well, I would hope so because he's got to pay for his spot,
yeah.
Exactly. That's what he's paying
for
for.
his guest spot at some point here.
Yep. Donald Trump.
Exactly. Exactly.
We're getting him on, guys.
I'm happy to be here, quite frankly. I've been drinking a lot of IPAs. New England, they've done really good things for me, and I
He's on
think
two.
this year I'm especially thankful for them. The Trump IPA, they're calling it.
You know Obama brewed beer at the White House, right?
No, really?
Yes, White House Honey Ale. You can look it up. There's like an official due to like the Freedom of Information Act or whatever. They're like legally they had to post the recipe online or something like that.
That's sick.
Oh
Yeah.
man. I feel like Teddy Roosevelt was another president who had,
He was
well,
making
he,
moonshine in
yeah,
in the West Wing, man.
Well,
yeah,
listen,
I was
listen,
just about to
Trump
say it was a little stronger than that, I'm sure.
Trump says he's knocking down the East Wing to make a ballroom. Are we sure he's not putting in a brewery?
Yeah, that's our
Oh
first
yeah,
location,
Has
guys.
anybody checked that?
Limited seating.
could be another four-letter word that starts with a B. Beer, a beer room,
Beer
perhaps.
room. Good wordplay.
We'll see. We'll see. But did you guys go on any beer adventures for about 2 weeks since we've seen each other in this format?
A
I did a
lot.
little bit. Yeah, Donnie, I'll do a short lead up. I'll let you take the reins. But I mean, it was really only like one or two stops for me. So I had uh let's see, what did I do? I was in Boston for Thanksgiving, and we went to this place called the Great American Beer Hall in Medford, Mass.
Ooh.
And
Medfed.
Medford, right on Mystic Ave, Medford.
Yep, I know.
Um, but it was actually a really cool spot. So if you guys know Arrowhead, like the Sterling or whatever, that wedding venue,
Yeah.
it's like
No.
Buffalo area. It looks like basically an old warehouse that they revamped, has a little bit of like a sky deck thing. This looked very similar, except it was just painted black. Um, there was live music, and they had a shit ton of beers. So they call it a beer hall because they don't brew any of their own beers, but it's a lot of local stuff. Um, I had from Night Shift Brewing. They did a collaboration with Teddy Peanut Butter, which is one of my favorite peanut butters growing up. They called
Real
it
ones know.
the Teddy Beer.
Real ones
Um,
know the Teddy peanut butter.
Dude, there is legitimately nothing better than like a scoop of like plain vanilla ice cream with melted teddy peanut butter. It just doesn't get beat. But the beer is very good. I don't know if I ranked it, but again, very, very solid beer. Good peanut butter. It was more of like a tasteful peanut butter than an artificial peanut butter, which I appreciated a lot.
That's why I like Teddy so much.
It was just really,
Real.
really good. And then the other one my dad had was the Gunner's Daughter Double Fudge Stout. So
Wow.
good.
I got to get over to Mass Landing this winter.
So good. So good. So good. So good.
I got to get
Um,
over there.
Sweet Caroline. Bum bum bum.
Bum,
Um,
bum, bum.
but it was a really cool event. They had a lot of live music was good, and we had a good time. I also had tried another beer that I found by me in Jersey City. It was from Other Half actually. It was their Imperial like bourbon barrel aged blueberry muffin stout.
Jesus.
Incredible. It was motor oil coming out of the bottle. My dad couldn't handle it. It was super boozy. Um, but if you find it anywhere, worth it. Very good. It's like 12 and a
Oh,
half
that
percent.
sounds so good.
It was unbelievable. It was incredible. Yeah.
Dude, that's a
It,
flavor profile I've never even heard of.
it like legitimately motor oil coming out and it was wonderful. I very much
I,
enjoyed it.
I love it when it's the motor oil coming as I'm drinking a
Hmm.
beer like that currently.
Donnie, what'd you do for beer adventures?
So we did our Thanksgiving meal on Saturday just because Sophie's sister's work schedule and things like that, medical professional life, you get it. But on actual Thanksgiving, we just had dinner at Sophie's parents' house. But I brought over some Goose Islands just for us to kind of like crack open and have liquid dessert. So we had the coconut macaroon from 24, and we had the bananas Fosters from 23. Just lovely sippers. I did my Black Friday beer hunts, which I'm actually drinking one of right now. I'm drinking the Milwaukee County Stout from Explorium. This one is aged in Buffalo Trace Mash Barrel number one bourbon barrels. So Mash Bill number
Oh,
one,
Wow.
if you don't know, that's Buffalo Trace, that's Eagle Rare, that is
I
Blanton's,
was gonna say I think it's Blanton's, yeah.
that is George T. Stagg and Stagg, I believe as well. But
It's
yeah, I
fancy
have
shit.
it's fancy shit, but I got that, got some of the Goose Island drops of the year, some other local beers. I'm gonna go out hunting for some more just because I found out that these Milwaukee County Stouts, they did a couple collaborations with different stores around the city, which is cool. So I
Very
want to
cool.
go pick some of those up. And then we did our like a yearly holiday flight where we just try. We do our typical rankings. We taste beers together and rank them. But that was kind of the bulk of it. It was a lot of drinking around at home, picking up some special releases. Trying new things.
That's great.
Yeah,
Way cool.
Can't beat it.
yeah. What about you, Luke?
Luke Pookie.
I'll
Well,
ask the question
for
initially.
Friendsgiving, the night before Thanksgiving, I broke out the 2023 Bananas Foster Stout.
Classic.
Um, always, always a fantastic beer.
I just think
Then
that one has such a unique flavor profile to so
agreed.
many other things. Like the coconut macaroon was awesome and it's great, but I don't get bananas Foster in beers ever.
Yeah, and I've had other Bananas Fosters, and they have every single one of them been a letdown. I think because the bar is so high, and maybe I'm doing it wrong in the sense that I started with the best there is,
You
or
started
Just
something, or
high.
like a
yeah.
standalone in the category. I don't know. But like I tried one from Warhorse. I tried the Abitas, I think it is.
Yep.
One I've had a few at this point. But then for Thanksgiving, I had a couple of NAs with my dad that my Uncle David had bought. There was a white NA, which was good.
Did
But
it
the
taste like
really good
Keegan?
one was the the stout. It
Damn
did, yeah.
straight, dude.
I was like, this has hints of Keegan.
Smells like
Um,
sweaty balls.
but then we had um an NA stout. So it was like a pretty dark one. It was very toasty and smoky and good. Um, so that's like again, and I've said this before. I'm just hoping that there will be more dark like styles of NAs that come out and more, you know, more malty stuff. Um, Gingerbread cookie stout from Trogs, that was very
Oh,
good.
I like
Um,
Trogue stuff.
yeah, they do a great job. And then um, Tracy B's for Black Friday for
Nice.
the release of, well, I'll it's one of my tasting beers, so I won't go into that
Well,
one.
you could just
And
go
then
into it,
Yeah, we
Luke.
could just start it. That's a
You could
perfect
just go into
segue.
it.
we could. Oh yeah, and then I guess the other brewery I went to has my other one. So yeah, we'll go right into it. So Tracy B's, okay.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, right. I know you guys have never heard me talk about it, hidden gem. No, so I went that Friday because Jim had given me a warning that he was going to be releasing a new beer. Now, of course, he had shown me the design for the the design for the bottle as well and told me exactly what it was going to be. So I guess it wasn't really a hint. Um, but I had Kalea's Christmas Ale, which is the one of the employees there and a friend of mine, Casey, who has been helping to brew the beer there for a little while now. They named it after his daughter, and so
Hmm.
uh, very very good Christmas ale. I mean, it is a perfect balance of ginger and cinnamon, and I'm blanking on it's another common kind of Christmas
Allspice,
spice.
perhaps.
Yeah, yeah, like various
Nutmeg.
spices. Nutmeg. Yep, nutmeg.
Mustard
It's a
gas.
very
Yeah,
very good
mustard
balance.
greens.
It's 6.6%.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, just a really really good balanced crisp beer, easy drinker. And I gave it a 4.25. Jim has not failed us yet.
I was gonna say, I like you say it's a really good beer, and in my head I'm like, what has he brewed that hasn't been a really good beer?
Hell will have frozen over the day arrives.
So I like having not met him. Do you know how he got into brewing beer? Like, did they have the farm stand first, and then he's like, "I'm just gonna start making beer and putting it on tap."
Yeah, so when they bought the property, I want to say that uh so they had the greenhouse on the property. They had been selling, like they had run a farm stand there for a number of years, the people who owned it previously. So then when Jim and Tracy bought it, they were going to open up a Christmas tree like farm essentially.
Hmm.
Or like they weren't growing the trees there, but they were selling them and they were making wreaths and selling those and all that kind of stuff. And then of course the farm market still. And they did that for a bit. Um, so then during COVID, they had the idea of putting a bar into the farm stand place. So, while families were going there or doing their shopping and stuff, people could saddle up to the bar and get like a Jenny. And then Jim got talking with people and talking with Ben, who's another local brewer. Um, over at Strange Design, I think it was. Um, and Jim kind of has that mind to be able to take recipes or come up with recipes and then be really, dedicated to carrying it out. And so he was trained, brewed some of his own, got a system of his own, um, and set things up upstairs above the brewery space or above the bar, I should say, and the rest is history. Then they stuck with that, instead of messing with the the Christmas tree. So it's worked out well.
Yeah, I just asked because the brewery that Sophie's sister got married at, uh that's now since closed, Enlightened. I was talking with one of the owners, and he's like, yeah, like I was just into home brewing for a while, and he's like, if I'm being honest, like not that I dislike the beer that we output here, but like I think some of my home brews were better than what we sell right now. So like he's like it was just kind of like he's like it was just kind of like his evolution of it.
Well, and we've talked to Jim before, and like people have asked him, "Do you think that you'd be able to do this if the operation was bigger?" He goes, um, "It might not be the same." He goes, "But with care, it would be very similar." But he's like part of the charm and part of the reason why the beer is so consistent and good is because the operation is the small size that it is. Right?
Yeah.
You're able to pay very close attention and you've got it down to a fine science. Now, if you blow that operation up into this huge big assembly line, you lose some of that, or you can at least.
Oh, that I mean that's how I feel with Torzala. It's like they brew in the side room behind the bar there. And it's awesome because, they make cool, different, but extremely drinkable beers, which I always like. They've got a marigold ale right now that is like
Whoa,
awesome and crushable, but it's just like when the fuck else are you gonna see that?
yeah, I've never heard of it.
Well, and that's
Hmm.
and that's I feel like the thing that you have to walk a fine line of is because everybody's like, oh, I want to be different, but you have to be different while still being palatable.
Yes, you have
Yep.
to be approachable.
Yes, yeah, yep.
Well, and I've used this example before, but Eli Fish in Batavia, they try so hard to do all these flavor combinations, but they haven't nailed it. Right? It's like there's some beer there that's very good, you know. But I if I see a weird flavor that catches my eye, I want to go for that and I want to be wowed, you know? Like occasionally I'll see one and I'm like, "Oh, that won't be good," but that's like kind of the point. But if 90% of the ones that they're doing aren't, it's like I don't know. It loses me.
Well, that's Torzala. They have the chili Rauch beer that as my one friend says, tastes just like meat. And there's dedicated drinkers there. Like when I go, like, there's people just sipping it, which like good for them. But like to me, that's cool and interesting. It's fun to try, but I'm not gonna be sipping on that. Like I was sipping on Tyrannina's Sheep Shagger Ale.
I was waiting on
You
a
are so
transition
good.
for
You're
myself.
so good at it.
You dog.
Sorry, I had to break that one out.
I love it.
But yeah, so I had Tyrannina's Sheep Shagger Ale. This is their Scotch Ale. It's a 7%er. Sheep shagger, not someone who shags the sheep, someone who herds the sheep.
Who shoots the shags?
Yes, me, as you guys know, beloved Scotch ales. I'm very Scottish as a person. This beer was the closest approximation I can get out here to Rohrbach Scotch Ale.
Oh,
Having just had that recently,
Really?
yes, like having just had that recently, a lot of very similar characteristics. It's got that chewy mouth feel to it. It's got that deep malty caramel that you love, and it doesn't feel like it's 7%.
It's
So
making my mouth water.
I gave this just a little tick below Rohrbach Scotch Ale. This is a 4.25 out of 5. Um, Tyrannina, awesome, super cool place in Lake Mills, Wisconsin. I went there this summer, and this is like it like feels like an old Irish pub like bar setup that they have, and like their mugs like for the mug club are just set up in like these like built-in glass cabinets behind the bar. It's like dimly lit, dark wood. It's super cool in there. And they've got some good beers, and so I'm glad I tried this one because like this is staying in the rotation.
That's great.
that's awesome.
Yeah, I was really impressed, and I don't know if I would have made the same approximation if I hadn't just recently had Rohrbach Scotch Ale for the first time in 5 years. Uh, or whatever. But yeah, love this. Awesome name, awesome beer. Uh, we'll be probably drinking this on the podcast again.
So
Damn good time.
how like what is the distribution like for that beer?
Wisconsin probably.
But like across Wisconsin or
Yeah, Tiernina does. I mean, like I don't know what it's like up like northwest, but Tiernina is only like an hour from here. It's like over towards Madison. Uh, and they like I can find pretty much all their beers in some way, shape, or form at various stores by me.
okay. Yeah,
Because
interesting.
Luke is basically trying to establish if he needs to come to Milwaukee to see you to get the beer, or if he can fly in and out without having seen you to get the beer.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just wondering because uh if it comes that close to Rohrbach Scotch Ale, if it would have a similar spread like I guess local distribution that like Rohrbach does.
It is not uh like it's not one of their flagship beers, it's a seasonal beer for them,
Oh, okay.
to give you an idea. But no, they're like their flagship beers you can find a lot more often. Like they've got a brown ale that's like the slightest little bit of bourbon barrel aged called Rocky's Revenge.
Oh.
Like I think I drank it on this pod, or I drank it thinking about this pod. But I can find that like just about everywhere.
I feel like it's not all that often that you hear of a flagship brown ale.
I
Well,
mean, they've got like five flagship beers that they have listed, right? Six. But that's one of the ones that they always have in rotation. What were you gonna say, Keegs?
I was gonna say I'd love to tell you about a brown ale.
Yeah?
Yeah, so from Boulevard Brewing Company, one of my tasting beers. This is in Kansas City, Missouri.
I'm
Um,
familiar.
rum, fuck the Chiefs. Has this is a
Go Royals.
rum rum barrel aged pecan pie imperial brown ale.
Oh my God.
Oh,
That sounds
oh,
incredible.
Boulevard
Dude,
makes some crazy shit, man.
dude, so good. I'm not a pecan pie fan.
Cringe.
Never been me. I'm an apple pie guy. Never been a pecan pie guy.
You didn't live in the South like I
However,
did.
true, very true. However, this beer is very good. I well, kind of staying on par. I guess I gave it a 4.25 on my first sip. It's progressed to probably a 4.5,
Okay.
4.5,
Wow.
maybe even
You hear that, Mrs. Rydelek? It's changing.
yeah, I think a 4.5. It's super boozy smelling, but then drinking it, it's not overwhelming. The other thing that I didn't notice until I opened it, 13.5%.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
baby.
yeah, that checks.
Yeah,
No.
I assume you
I'm
So
like
haven't had
they can't.
you haven't had the Boulevard Barrel Age lineup before.
I
Yeah,
have not. I
they
have not.
they can't tease all of that
And then
and not,
give it less than
and
10%.
have it exactly.
You
Yeah.
can't have your cake and drink it too.
Um, no, but it was like again very good. It was not like overpoweringly boozy. Like I had that beer, I forget what it was, where it was too boozy to enjoy. You just feel like you're drinking like not I don't know the not as fun part of liquor. Um,
I
Man,
feel
love
like
you.
love you too. I love you.
yeah,
Oops. I muted myself.
I love you.
we're good. Uh
Um,
I feel like that happens with like imperial like lagers and stuff like that.
yeah, I agree. And yeah, I don't know. Like, cause sometimes I feel like the flavors can get buried if it's too boozy, and that like you just don't actually get to appreciate anything. And this was the farthest thing from that. Again, like smell boozy, but like it's really the nuttiness of the pecans that like kind of powers through the most, and then you have a little bit of sweetness kind of from that standard brown ale body. Um, I was expecting, I mean, from a 13.5% beer, I was expecting like a thicker mouthfeel, um, which it wasn't, but I do think it's still a less-ish beer for me. Um, Definitely one though that is going to keep you warm in the cold winter. Bless you, Luke. Glad you're muted now.
Thank you. Sorry,
Buddy
nailed
figured
it
out the
that time.
mute button now. Um,
So
but yeah, yeah, very very good. Boulevard killed this one. Definitely going to be looking out for more of their stuff.
they I see a lot of their stuff around here.
Mm.
And they have a lot of good barrel aged lineups, I can tell you that. I know you're a fan, Luke, of Tank 7, right? Their Saison.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, that was yeah, I'm that and their quad,
Oh
their
yeah.
barrel quad is phenomenal. Um I'm gonna look them up
So
because
do
there's
we take
another one there.
a podcast trip to Kansas City when the Chiefs don't make the playoffs to watch the Patriots' first playoff game
Yeah.
at the brewery?
Do you want to know a crazy stat I just heard? Uh, the Red Sox have lost more recently than the
Yep,
Patriots.
yep, nuts, absolutely
That
bananas.
feels great to say, that.
It really does.
But seriously though, that's a place like I would love to go to Kansas City. I hear it's a great town. But that's like 1,000% like top of my list of place to go. My stepmom's mom is from Kansas City, actually.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
So I have a like I mean she hasn't lived there in a long, long time.
right.
But I do have familial ties to that area.
A step gam gam?
Some beer and barbecue.
Mimi.
Step
Mimi,
Mimi.
step Mimi.
Yeah. Yeah, I just call her Linda. Uh
That's easier by a couple letters.
yeah.
But the um so in looking it up, Boulevard also does rye on rye, which is rye ale aged in rye whiskey barrels. That's
Hmm.
another one that I really like. But there's so many on here.
Yeah, I saw the Cherries Jubilee just recently at the store. Which is like a Cherub Jubilees stout, which I also got the Goose Island edition of in my pantry right now
Mm.
from this
Oh,
year. I got to go find the chocolate praline. Probably be back at Discount Liquor this weekend. The thing I'm looking at though with the Bourbon Barrel Quad, I don't know if I've noticed it before. Uh, it's now exclusively aged in Ben Holiday Distillery bourbon barrels. And if you
oh,
have not had it, they're out of Kansas City, I believe. Ben Holiday soft red wheat. That might be my favorite whiskey of all time.
Mm.
I
why?
need it is like fruity, like I like weeded bourbons specifically, but it is like fruity, it's punchy, but it's approachable. Like I need to get the like the Rickhouse proof, like the barrel strength of it. Because I hear
Yeah.
that one's like a cherry cola almost on the tongue.
Wow, that
Uh,
sounds nice.
but that's genuinely one of my favorite. Like, it's at least top 3 or 4 whiskeys I've ever had.
Wow. Okay.
It's really really good. It's really really good. But I haven't had their regular bourbon. I need to pick that up one of these days. I'm trying to be good about my whiskey bottles. Only pick one up after I kill another bottle.
That's smart. It
I heard you went on a shooting spree this past weekend.
Yeah.
Eight bottles dead.
I wish, man. No, we did have some of the that Dragon's Milk beer barrel bourbon I bought
Oh,
though.
Ah,
That's really
nice.
good. Don and Buddy, we drank that and they that's like 115, 116 proof or something like that. And Don was like, oh, when he first tasted it. He's like, it tastes really good, but that's a lot of booze.
It gets you, yeah.
um also, so apparently Boulevard has a barrel-aged tiramisu stout.
Oh,
Whoa.
I was looking for it. I was looking for it.
I'm intrigued.
When we did coffee stouts last week, the beer store that I found in Jersey City that I started to check out a little bit, they have the tiramisu, and I was trying to find it,
Oh
couldn't
man.
find it, and I was devastated. So instead, helped myself out by getting that blueberry or whatever, the Imperial Blueberry Muffin Coffee Stout. So I just, numbed the pain.
Yeah. You gotta do it sometimes.
Speaking of which, I gotta go. No, I gotta pee. I'm just trying to figure out a clever way to say that. I gotta pee.
We're
No,
canned
hey,
here on the
listen,
podcast.
you had a great segue earlier. Donnie, as always, had a great segue. So you got it out of the way. Now we can just cut.
Cut it out. Keegan, did you pee? Yes or no?
Twice. That's a lie. Only once.
Two times?
Only once, but it was
That's
a nice
more
one.
than you're supposed to in a whole week.
Did the same? I'm denying it. Did your doctor tell you that, Luke?
Nope, but I will talk to the doctor about that because it definitely hurts.
The not peeing or the peeing?
Both. I go from one hurt to a very different kind of hurt very quickly. But that's normal. It's my all salt diet that I'm on.
My all salt diet.
You know how farm animals have salt licks? I just got those.
And then it's just shellfish, red meat, and beer otherwise.
Yeah, exactly.
The
Yep,
gout
throwing hard
factory.
liquor
Mm.
at night.
Oh,
Little
for the
brown
record,
liquor.
I shit on Luke in fantasy football this week. There was no gout about my win, dumbass.
Okay. All right. Well,
Dumbass.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. This year's not my year.
Same.
But I'll tell
I'm.
you what. This is my beer.
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. Makes me smile still.
Predictable as ever.
I will say this is not my year in fantasy. Just getting absolutely fucking just like the things that you can't even imagine happening to me. Drafting Justin Jefferson in the first round and having fucking nine throwing him the ball.
Nine, baby.
Like it like actually infuriating. O'Marion Hampton, second round. Maybe he was third.
Dead.
Dead. He's coming back apparently. We're fighting for a
When?
playoff spot. Should be this week.
Oh.
I
Terry
had
McLaurin out.
an ass when it came back. Well, no, he
No,
like
he
last
was
week was a
really
good
good
game.
last week,
Last week was good.
actually.
Last week was good.
He was actually really good.
I have two leagues that I'm in the playoffs in. One I'm the number one seed and one I'm the number two seed. Otherwise, I'm not seated higher than eight in any of my other leagues. Well,
Okay,
that's
I'm
a
not
lie.
that bad.
That's a lie. That's a lie. Killian's league number three right now. So
Yeah, it's Killian's league.
otherwise I'm like eight. So
Dude, have I told you about the league Tyrus runs?
the East Coast
Yes.
The Seacoast Invitational?
Seacoast
The
Invitational.
14 team league?
That's fucked.
That's
That's
crazy.
It
insane.
is, I kid you not, that's the one where I am just destroyed because it is like actual hell on waivers every week.
And yeah, and if you don't hit on your first and second round pick, like you're done.
Okay,
Yep.
two of Tyrus's first three picks were Malik Neighbors and Joe Burrow.
That's tough. That's
Oh
tough.
No,
no.
he has like the all like I was going through it the other day. I was going through the drafts because I'm like someone went 12 and 0 in this league at one point. Like she just lost for the first time. Just
Holy
absolutely insane. But
crap.
he had like the all like dog shit injury team and it was like just things you couldn't even predict happening in football. Uh, it was kind of amazing for the commissioner of the league. Yeah, like his starting roster right now is not great, but the draft recap was something else. Um,
I hate the draft recaps because whenever they tell you you did well, you probably did ass,
hmm
and vice versa. And I don't trust them.
Yeah, I had a big head going into this year because
Well, that's been going on for a while, I think.
oh, that is true. So, guys, I had a bulbous head going into
Wait,
this season.
okay, I just pulled it up. Just some picks here. Malik Neighbors, Joe Burrow. He dropped RJ Harvey after they didn't use him for like 10 weeks, and
And
then
now he's going
now
off.
he's going off. Um, guys by the names of Ricky Pearsall, Austin Eckler, Travis Hunter, all drafted.
Jesus.
Jaden Blue, who Dallas just hates. Like it is like the all-time like should have been great draft.
All-time decimation list.
Also, all time you're last in your own league.
Oh, this is nice. Well, you know what's not last place? This fucking beer.
Yeah, which beer?
Going back to an old friend, Fat Orange Cat.
Hey.
I love their can art, man.
Fuck,
Yeah,
as
they're
some
fun.
call it. So, fuck gave us a fucking great beer.
Fuck.
This is called Santa Claus, CLAWS for those keeping
Hmm.
track at home.
Smart.
Um, and it's a 9.1% imperial stout with cinnamon buns,
All
Whole
right.
buns?
whole buns.
None of this half bun shit.
No,
No, no
no,
cheeks, just
I
buns.
know, no cheese. Um, Really solid. I gave it a four, or I will be giving it a four. I didn't put it in my untapped yet. Um, I'll be giving it a four. I think, initially a lot of the coffee flavor is the primary player, but when I'm seeing cinnamon buns, I kind of want a lot of cinnamon. So first couple sips were mostly coffee centric. But as I've gotten into the beer a little more, it's becoming a little more notable for the cinnamon. And kind of get a little more well-rounded because that sweetness really counteracts the bitterness of the coffee really, really well. Because who doesn't love a cinnamon roll in coffee? Rhetorical question. I don't. I hate coffee, but I like cinnamon rolls,
We'll get you
and
there, Keegan.
I like this beer. It was solid. Fat Orange Cat does it again. It's a great brewery.
We almost tried to go when, like the day after your wedding.
Oh yeah, because where is it in Connecticut? It's New Haven, right?
Yes. They're
Hmm.
like they're one of those like places where they're owned by like a brewing collective or something like that. But
Uh,
it was their Oktoberfest that day and it was
I
like
didn't remember.
$25 admission
Oh,
or
just to
something
get
like
in.
that just to like get in and we were like fuck that. Like
No thanks.
I
we're just poking around Connecticut for the day.
I did not remember that Fat Orange Cat was a Connecticut-based brewery.
Well, you don't
They
remember a
I
lot of
think
them.
they used to have their
It
own
is
tap
true.
room.
My memory is shit now.
But like I like their beers, I like their can art and stuff like that. I always think it's cool stuff.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you gentlemen think that with beer at colder temperatures, you can taste a flavor like cinnamon or a flavor like coffee better?
Coffee.
I would say coffee.
Coffee, because that's like legitimately what I just experienced.
Yeah.
I would you get those cold brewy notes almost. Because I
Eh,
think like when the beer warms up is when you get the real spices.
Yes. Agreed. Totally agree. I don't know if
And
there's anybody who doesn't agree, but I
but
figured
if
we
they
would all
do,
be on the
you
same page.
disagree with them.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. And I would get violent and angry.
Well,
I would
I'll be
shoot
honest.
someone.
You killed 8 bottles past weekend. So, um,
At work today,
Killed 8 bottles.
I
I
was just
killed
gonna
eight
say
bottles at work today,
that's a
dude.
tough segue.
No, no, at work today. So I told you guys about how I accidentally set that precedent where on Fridays I wear my, you know, my flamingo shirt.
I don't think you
Maybe I
told us
didn't mention
that.
it. Okay.
Nope, don't think you have.
I happen to wear like 2 Fridays in a row a button-up shirt with flamingos on it. And then some of my coworkers were like, "Oh, Flamingo Friday, right?" I was the new guy, so I'm like, "Yeah, you bet." And so then I kept going with it because I'm an attention whore. And so because of that, I had to do that the whole rest of the summer into fall. Well, then it got cold. Okay. So then I really didn't have anything, but people kept coming up to me, my coworkers, like a lot of them, and going, "Oh no, oh you have to get like one with polar bears or something on it. You got to do something." Then I made the mistake, apparently, of wearing a red, like a lumberjack flannel
Oh
shirt,
boy.
okay? A checkered shirt. And I had two, no, okay, so I had two female coworkers and a male coworker come up to me, and they all told me that they were thinking about wearing it that day, but they didn't do it, and that they love those shirts and that. So now the plan is for tomorrow to all of us who have them wear the red checkered shirt.
The buffalo
Okay.
plaid.
Yes. And it is going to be a fucking Friday thing now. I just
That you,
know
the
I
attention
know
whore,
it's a
started.
commitment now. Which, you know what? It's a fun thing. And I love those shirts. I'd be wearing them anyway, but I have to now make sure that that
Now
one is
you're
clean every
it's now
single
you're
week.
required to is the issue.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? I won't argue that the fun has been stripped away from it because that's not true. Again, the attention is lovely. But
My cousin's texting me TikToks at 11 p.m.
that's a good cousin.
Yeah, don't know what she's up to.
Shout out though.
Shout out.
Sh- Shout out, cousin.
I don't know why I just looked down at my phone. Oh, I think it's a Malort related thing because she just said, "Isn't this the stuff that you made us drink?" So yes, so that's how I tie it into the podcast. Um,
I
I was just not
saw
expecting that. There's the Malort Advent calendar.
Are you
fuck
kidding
that.
me?
Yeah,
Fuck that.
it's
Poison
just
yourself for 30 days.
25 nips of Malort. Christmas comes
20
early every day.
25 nips of gasoline.
You
Yeah.
walk out of it with kidneys just shut down. Just things just not working right.
Yeah, that's it's not good, man.
It's the equivalent of putting the wrong gasoline in your car. Like things are just
Wait,
things are just not going well.
can I tell you something frustrating along those lines? Is
Yeah.
so when I moved from my apartment to this one now, Caitlin and I had rented a truck from Home Depot. So drove into the city, parked it. Mike Larm helped me pack my apartment into the truck,
Mike.
and then great dude.
Fire alarm.
Whatever. Got fire, sound the alarm. And whatever, moved my shit in. Whatever, fine, 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 fine. So I drive back, and this is after I have now taken. So that was my stuff. I drive back up to Brewster to grab Caitlin's stuff and bring that down, and then drive it back to Home Depot. Now I'm like, all right, obviously I'm gonna fill the tank because I'm not paying their shitty prices. Fuck that.
Yeah.
It's like a rental car. No way. So it being a truck, I assumed it was diesel. And
It doesn't
I
fit, Keegan. It's
I
a different
know.
nozzle.
No, I didn't know that until I tried to do it for 10 minutes. And so I went and I was like, what the fuck? Why is this not filling my gas tank? Because I could put a little bit and then it would overflow. And I'd be like, what the fuck is going on?
It's a different nozzle, Keegan.
So yeah, wait on it. Eventually I was like, what the fuck? Fuck this. I'm gonna be late. Like I'd rather just go return it. So I went and did that. And then on the way there, Caitlin calls me and is like, did you fill it up? And I said, no, the fucking thing doesn't fit. And then her dad hops on the phone, or she asked her dad, and he's like, did you try regular instead of diesel? And I said, no, I didn't. And so I went back and put regular in the truck.
And it fit?
And it fit.
I went tonight.
They should really label that. Like, how am I supposed to know it's not diesel?
Isn't it
Most
usually?
it's usually most trucks these days are gas.
So
Unless
tell
it's
me
like
that. Because I paid like $8 in diesel gas at least.
Well,
And,
you
and it
paid
all
for a
spilled on the
layer
ground.
of it.
It spilled on the ground.
Yeah.
Like,
You just chipped away at the asphalt a little
it
bit.
it
It's fine,
probably says inside the
no,
gas cap.
well, it's funny because actually there was somebody that was coming around and catching the remnants of what fell out of my gas tank, and they had Malort on their shirt, so it
Yeah,
must have
right.
been.
They
I'm
were just
getting
bottling it.
yeah. Good for
Yeah,
you,
well,
Keegan.
tonight I almost ran out of gas, and had to pull over because I was coming back from Webster,
Right.
and
So
and
you hit a
I
mailbox
almost
to
ran out of
refill?
gas because it is so unbelievably cold here. So I stopped at the closest gas station, which was a Sunoco or like, from where I was on the throughway. And it was a Sunoco, and a very sketchy gentleman came up to my door, and I stupidly opened it because the car was off by that point, and the guy walks up and he goes, "It's a full service station." I said, "Oh, okay." So then he's like standing really close. And so I close the door for a second. He backs up a bit and he's kind of like looking around. Again, sketchy as all get out. So then I get out and he's just staring at me. And I go, I got to run in. So I run in because I'm like, this guy, it is not full service. I've never been to a full service gas station in New York, let alone in the town of Pittsford at a really shitty Sunoco.
I've been to
So
one in Maine, actually. It
It's
was
all
very weird.
it's all self-service or full service in New Jersey. That's super fucking weird.
I don't get how
I
you do
hate
that,
that.
dude.
But I went in and
Do you
they
tip?
treated me like I was the biggest asshole because they're probably like, who's it? Why would he come in here? And I played it off too. I was like, oh, I thought I had cash, so I was going to just pay, but I'll just pay with card in here because I realized very quickly that that guy was the one who was going to fill up my car. So yeah, so then they were like not happy with me because also I didn't tip because I didn't have like
You don't
like
tip. You
cash or
don't
nothing.
tip.
I
No, you
don't know.
don't
Well,
tip. Fuck that.
I panicked at one I went to in Vermont when I was still in high school,
Give him
and it
30
was the first
bucks.
time I ran into it. And so Alan, Killian, and I were like fumbling trying to figure out what to do with it. But I didn't have any of them this time, and it caught me completely off guard. And I was almost out of gas. Bad situation, sketchy situation. Nice guy who filled up the tank though.
And he did it well.
Yeah, I don't love self-service. There are times though
I
that
hate
if
it.
they're taking a while, like I'll get out of my car to kind of force the issue and I'll go and start to like walk towards my gas tank or go to like put my car and they'll be like, sir, 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 sir.
Well,
And
it's
they come help me.
illegal for
But
you to do that in the state you
it's
live in.
it's not illegal in New Jersey. It is illegal in Seattle, and Caitlin almost got arrested when her and Ryan were out there
I do remember
pumping
that.
gas. I don't, yeah, it's not illegal in New Jersey, but they say it's self-service everywhere.
Yeah, I think that it should be illegal in New York State, and it was my fault. I didn't trust the situation. But first off, he had a rusty tool sticking out of his overall. I did not want that guy touching my car.
He sounds like a serial killer.
Dude, he had a big ass beard. He didn't wear anything that said Sunoco on it at all. He had overall like Carhartt overall on because I get it. It's like freezing cold. But still he came up and it was like ah shit.
Luke
And he
wanted
was
this guy to
filling up the
freeze
car in
his.
front of me. So he looked like the guy who owned that car in front of me.
Oh,
So I was like, this is stupid. I'm like, this is a very weird situation. So then I was just gonna play it off, but then again, realized anyhow.
You're just being rude to people now, Luke.
Yeah, it's my new thing. I'm
fucking
gonna try and
dick.
ruin some people's Christmases and just
Mm,
see what happens.
yeah. Uh, I'm gonna not ruin this conversation. Um, one of the beers I drank, the second one, is a beer that was mentioned earlier. Boulevard Brewing, Rye on Rye.
Bang!
Man,
Bang!
oh man. Have I told you guys my thing with rye whiskey that I've realized?
Well,
I don't think
I don't
so.
know.
So, uh, I love rye beers. I love rye barrel aged beers. But just drinking rye whiskey a lot, or even high rye bourbon and like high rye whiskey, uh, I get notes of dill.
Hmm.
And it's a thing. I've looked it up online, but it tastes like I'm drinking pickles.
What?
Yes, and I'm also a guy who cilantro tastes like soap to me. And
Okay.
so like it's a very interesting thing because I feel like beers like this are the best ways for me to enjoy the rye flavor because I don't get those notes from this.
Interesting.
This beer was a 4.75 out of 5. It
Ooh.
was that deep rye spice, you had that, that characteristic, the rye hug going down your chest. And then on the back end, you get like this almost like vanilla ice creamy note from it. It's just like beautiful. This beer is very high alcohol percent,
Strong.
13.2. Uh,
Oh.
but just phenomenal. And I love it. I had that rye wine before on this pod, when we did the barley wine because I'm a rebel. Um, but just awesome. Like again, Keegan, if you haven't explored the Boulevard Brewing catalog,
I no,
please
I
do
definitely need to.
because this is just phenomenal. I didn't really realize this was like a regular release. But I knew this was something Luke would probably like.
Yeah, I love that beer. My dad too. Yeah, that has always been a hit.
It's just so like it's literally rye on rye. You get the rye flavor in the beer, you get the barrel notes of the rye whiskey. And like I said, I get pickles. I've had some very nice rye whiskeys in my day. Uh, and I get pickles and I don't know why.
That's so interesting, Donnie. I you have very, very interesting tastes sometimes. Like get you just have a mind that is fascinating. I think science I think science would love. Keegan's on the other hand. Keegan's is the kind
It's
that
potato
science
soup.
hates.
It's potato soup. This is
It's
yeah,
potato.
you need a ladle to get my brain out of my skull.
It's like you just associate flavors with pictures. It's like blueberry flavor, smiley face.
Exactly. That's
Coffee
exactly
flavor,
it.
frowny face.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they couldn't crack my head open if they tried.
No, they would need a
And
drill.
they've tried.
I mean, things rattle around up there. It's like if I move my head too quickly, you hear things bounce off, which is not a good thing, I'm sure. But
No. But
oh,
yeah, I will 1,000% recommend this beer.
I love
that
that. It
is it,
sounds
Keegan. You
super
haven't had
intriguing.
that, right?
This is the first Boulevard that I've had, and definitely not wanting it to be the last. So I'm definitely gonna keep my eye out for more. Like I said, the tiramisu one. Well, actually, I think did we stop recording at that point? Maybe.
No, you talked
No,
Are we
I
about
still
it.
think we were still
recording?
recording.
Yeah. But either way, like they had that tiramisu one. I just want. Yeah, I really enjoyed Boulevard.
They do good stuff, man. They
Makes you
do good
thirsty
stuff.
for more, which eh, super weird out of the blue. Also, the name of my beer that I tried as my second beer. Um,
Nice. That was Luke. That was very nicely done.
I'm gonna try and work on it. You know. Um, so this is from Preservation Beer Company. I went with Chaz and Kat. Chaz has been on this podcast before. They came out with a winter ale that, although I gave it a 3.5, it wasn't a bad beer by any means. Um, it was not as balanced, I'd say, as say like the Christmas ale that I had at Tracy B's. Um, Still very good, very sweet. Still had some malt and some. I don't want to say punch from that, but it still had kind of the crisp note that you'll sometimes get from this style. Um, the spice was a little bit much.
Hmm.
Um, and
So
I had gotten it in a taster. I wouldn't have wanted any more of it than I think I had in the taster. Like I just didn't have a desire. They have a lot of other really good beer that does just fine normally. So like Lost Hour, which is a dark lager, which was so freaking good. Um, Yeah. Yeah, so like not super super stellar, but I don't know if I was necessarily thirsty for more of that, but I was certainly thirsty for more of the beer that they had over at Preservation. Cool spot too,
So,
the
like, is it
the
the,
cannery.
I guess, do you think it was the spices themselves or the punch of the spices? Like, what
Part
made
of
it not work for you?
I think part of my issue was that it wasn't a discernible, like it wasn't a specific spice.
Gotcha.
Like it was kind of
It was just spicy.
yeah. Yeah, and it was kind of like a okay, this is a Yankee Candle scent. We'll just kind of
Mm,
It's like
toss it in and people like it,
they put like apple pie spice or something like that in there.
Yeah, yeah,
mm.
and it was a very artificial tasting one. Again, it wasn't terrible. Like it wasn't like oh I can't drink this, and I would drink it if I had to. But
Held a
no, but
gun to
it
my
was
head,
it it
maybe.
was it was okay. And I'm sorry for reviewing that one second, but it's hard not to talk about Tracy B's any chance I get and as
Correct.
soon as I can. So
Correct.
yeah,
No,
but yeah, that was there.
I do appreciate like a good winter warmer, winter ale type flavor profile, but I do agree that sometimes you hit a wall of like, okay, are you like I like that subtle spice. I like a beer that kind of just it feels cozy, you know?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
a good malty backbone to it, just under 7%. Like usually I think of them in like a 6.5% ish type beer,
Yeah, I gotta pull
but
up.
you can definitely
Yeah, this
overdo it.
is this is 7.6%, and it wasn't a super super drinkable one. Like it just didn't really have that. And I'm looking in here, and people's reviews are relatively very positive. So
So you're the wallflower.
I guess so. I guess so. Nice Xmas brew. Somebody says. Um, Another person said so of Shannon's. It's also nice.
It's also nice.
They huh. Okay. I think that person had about 8 of these winter ales before writing that. I have no idea what that means at
He
all.
just had a stroke trying to read it.
Yeah. Yeah, but dark lagers, I think we've talked about this before, but I think that's such a fun style.
Hmm.
I know that's completely separate, from the seasonal ales that we were talking about,
It
seasonal
is.
beverages that we've had, but I don't know. I love it.
They're underrated to me, and I don't think enough places make them. I think between a Mexic like a true dark lager and then a Mexican dark lager, I think those are both underrated styles. Um, and is it that different from a black IPA? Sometimes.
Sure. I had a actually my first uh, dark Mexican lager was the Trader Joe's brand one
Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
that I hated and I ended up using to attract and kill the slugs that were attacking my potatoes.
I wish I could find it because we have Trader Joe's up on 14th Street, and I wish they sold it.
Yeah, they called it Trader Jose's too, which is maybe problematic.
It could
I don't
be.
know.
They might be canceled.
Just a
I don't know.
touch.
I don't run that whole thing,
The cancel culture, I don't run
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
No, there's like Trader Joe's like north side of Milwaukee and like the bougie neighborhoods by like where the basketball players live and stuff like that. I don't go up that way. I don't go there. I don't go to Trader Joe's, man. I hate that place.
That's not
I
my
hate that place.
territory.
It's just
I
like it's meant for people who don't want to actually cook.
Yep.
yeah,
Speaking of
they have
which,
some good products though.
I
They do
uh
make
I
some decent stuff.
I just went to Trader Joe's today to get a side salad for dinner. So
Yeah,
up on
you're
14th
who we're
Street.
talking about. You're the problem.
Me. I am the one who not knocks, but buys things at Trader Joe's.
I am the one who doesn't cook.
We make
That's what
quesadillas
you're
for
saying.
dinner.
No, I'm
We make
just kidding.
quesadillas for dinner.
Oh, that's good.
All right, well, I'd like to take this time to introduce a new segment to the podcast because honestly, I'm out of fucking questions. Um, but
Write your
over
own.
over Thanksgiving, I was able to find a beer Mad Libs book. So we have at least another 10 weeks of entertainment because I haven't taken the time to count how many pages we have here. But we're gonna do that instead of a question. All right, fellas. So
Let's hear it.
somebody give me a verb ending in ing.
Drinking.
Sure. That seems a little too easy, but we'll go with it. How about just a verb?
You do one, Keegan.
So verbs and action word. We're gonna go with continue. To continue.
Okay, we'll go continue.
How about a number?
3.
Love it.
Three.
An adjective, a describing word, if you
Drunk.
will. Nice. This feels really easy, and I'm kind of not loving it. How about a place? If you say a bar, I'm gonna quit.
Hoboken.
There it is. There it is. All right, we're going Hoboken. Somebody give me another adjective.
um,
Bulbous.
Nice. Nice. Another verb ending in ing.
drowning.
Love it. How about a noun?
Luke.
So this doesn't specify a proper noun.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to reclassify it.
Luke in a suit.
That doesn't change it, Luke. Still a proper noun.
Uh,
Yeah, well, proper
Luke-like
first
figure.
person.
That actually does work, and I don't like that it works, but it does work. How about a celebrity?
Uh,
Drake May.
Nice. Drake.
Drake May.
Drake May. May.
May.
All right, good. Quick story about celebrities. We went to a Christmas Carol in during like on Thanksgiving, and it was actually like a modern version of it. So the people were like cussing, and we were drinking the whole time. You got 4 drinks, one for each of the scenes.
Nice.
Um,
oh,
it was a fucking blast. It was unreal. Um, and I had to do to finish the script, quote unquote. They're like, hey, write it down on a piece of paper. Give us a controversial political figure or person, and so I stuck on the political figure thing, and I said Andrew Cuomo, and then in parentheses, he's just Italian.
that's great.
How about a noun?
Beer.
God damn it. Adjective.
Green.
Nice. Adverb. So this would be a describing action word.
Lukely.
Lukewarm? Is that?
No.
No, that would just
Ly.
be a
Ends in
straight
Ly.
adjective. That
No,
would
Oh,
be a
ends
straight
in Ly
adjective.
typically.
Quickly,
Yeah. Um,
passively.
drunkly.
drunkly? Oh,
All right,
yeah.
it's got to count. And now I need 2 adjectives now.
Is this a book?
Dude,
An
it's a whole
it's a,
thing. Come
it's
on,
a
it's a
Mad
Mad
Lib.
Lib. Let's
Are we doing
go.
the whole thing right now?
No,
Yes.
yeah, we're doing a whole Mad Lib, and then I'm going to read it off, and that's how we end the podcast because I'm out of questions. So give me 2
I
adjectives,
love this.
dumbass.
Dumb is one of them.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Uh, then we'll go tipsy.
Nice. Plural noun.
Podcasters.
Nice. Another verb.
Drinks
Like,
or to
okay.
drink.
Yeah. We'll go with
Drinking is
drink.
a verb.
It
What
is.
what about or to fall?
I like fall better. We're gonna work on fall. Fall. Or fell. Fell might be word. Adjective.
Hurt.
Um,
I think that's a verb. I think that's
Well,
a verb.
something is hurt. You're describing him,
All right.
describing something.
injured,
All
Yeah,
right.
injured.
Injured. Yeah. Okay. Injured. And then lastly, a type of event.
eclipse.
Nice. All right. You guys can talk about what we're doing next week, and I'm gonna fill out this Mad Lib.
Okay. Um,
Keegan can't hear us, so we could say anything.
yeah, we're drinking piss next week.
We'll tell him it's piss. No, wait a minute, I got that backwards. No.
No, we tell him it's piss and we drink other piss. Oh wait, no. What are you feeling, Luke, right now?
I don't know. I don't know.
Do we want to do like dark lagers, dark ales?
Yeah.
We talked about those.
Yeah, if we can all try and hunt one down. If
I,
not, we can come up with a backup plan, but that sounds great to me.
all right, we're going dark lagers, dark ales.
Love it. I love it. Into the crisp.
For
Wow,
those
this
who
is a
don't
lot.
remember, this podcast was about uh, beers reminiscent of the colder seasons coming in.
Um, Keegan, you
Yeah.
have a minute
I know
39
I'm working.
seconds
I'm
to
writing
make this
so.
happen.
All right, fuck it. I'm just gonna read. We're gonna do it live. Fuck
You
it.
were
We're gonna do it
slow on a lot
live.
of these, Luke. I was trying to
I
let you
know.
go. I could have just spouted shit off. So
All
I'm
right.
blaming this on Luke.
Yeah,
Calling
it's
all
on
beer
me.
fans. This is the fight you've been drinking for. This Sunday, lager and ale will continue to the death in a battle of foam and fervor. Weighing in at 3 pounds is lager. Lean, mean, and drunk. Lager fought its way up to the mean streets of Hoboken to this very match today. After a long and bulbous fermentation, it began it began drowning into the crisp, Luke-like figure we're ready to see fight. And let's not forget Lager's triumph last year when it pummeled Drake May, unrealistic, and
Say,
took home the beer. On the other side of the ring is our green reigning champ, Ale. Fermented at the top, it drunkly established itself as a versatile fighter. From fruity to dumb to downright bitter, you never know what it'll do next. Ask yourself, which version of this tipsy ale will we see tonight? Who will be crowned the king of the podcasters? Who will fall in disgrace? Get your, oh God, I forgot what that one was. Injured friends together, grab the openers, and let the eclipse begin.
It was